Okay, so I had part of a joint, so I'm still a little high, but I'm feeling good. Oh, I'm so terrified of the ECT. Oh my God. I'm terrified. It is my only option. Like, it is legit my only option. Now that I know I haven't gotten better in 3 years, now that I continually attempt, in my brain deals with logic. My brain says, in 3 years, you have not gotten better and you have tried all of these things. So my brain now thinks if the ECT does not work, I'm basically existing and there's nothing stopping me from ending my life. Even my friends, because they don't exist. They don't just lay in their apartment and stay in their apartment and just literally exist, hoping for a good day. They don't do any of that. I should be seeing my psychiatrist hopefully in August because they put a referral in April. I'm going to go through my moods because I use an app called Mood Tracker, and I'm going to make a graph and I'm going to show them my moods because I need to be approved for ECT. In 6 months, I have attempted 3 or 4 times. I'm not bad enough to go to the hospital because I still have my wits about me. I don't know how to explain it. I am terrified. I have to say, I am terrified to have ECT. I'm terrified that my good days will be gone. Because who I am on my good days, oh my God, it's so great. But 90% of my days being bad, it's not really worth it. I will never get better. I will never go anywhere else in life. I'll never have a family. I'll never work. I'll never go to school. I'll never contribute to society. But I'm scared. Man, am I scared. Because I've read things, I've looked on YouTube, and it works for some people, and some people it makes it 10 times worse. And some people's memories are shit. Really bad short-term memory, some long-term memory, which I have PTSD and bad shit that's happened in my childhood, so maybe it would be good to forget some things. But I intend to make a video before any of this happens and make a video that says, I know these people. I know my friend Amanda from my depression support group. We hang out. She is awesome. And I need to do this. And I might even need to point to a picture. This is Nigel. This is Andrea. This is Rebecca. This is Sean and Sarah. Because something inside of me tells me it's going to work. But something inside me also tells me I'm going to lose my memory temporarily. Like I'm really, truly going to lose my memory. And I don't know how to explain that, but my intuition is normally spot on. So I think in the long term, it's going to help. And I don't think in the short term it's going to make me more depressed. I just think it's going to make me confused and forget who I am and who these people are around me, and just really confused. There's something inside of me that just tells me this. And it's not because I'm being negative. It's just, I get these feelings about things. I get these feelings about medication that I'm going to have a reaction. And people say, oh, no, it's not possible, because that's not possible to have a reaction from it. and something inside of me just kind of nags. And then I get a reaction that's not really normal. I got a reaction from birth control, a particular birth control that I took, and I got mouth ulcers. Like, I got blisters on my lips inside from birth control. It is a side effect. It is the rarest, barely ever happens kind of side effect. But I got mouth blisters. And I knew as soon as I took the medication that it, even though it's birth control, I mean, I've been on the copper IUD, so I've already had a form of birth control. The birth control is supposed to help my hormones because they think I have premenstrual dysphoria disorder, which does make sense because during, like, right before my period or the day of my period is when I feel impulsive and compulsive and like I'm on autopilot, and that's when I try to attempt. And if I look back the last 3 years, when I have attempted, it's always been around that time. So that does play a huge part. But there's also the depression. There's also that it's not getting better. There's also that I'm never going to have kids because I would never put kids in this type of situation to not be stable. What am I going to do? I have a kid and I'm having a good couple months and I think, I'm good. And then I get hit with a depressive episode and I can't take care of my child. I can barely get out of bed to get my child when my child is crying. When my child gets older, I'm not there. I'm not supportive. I'm loving and I care, but I'm stuck in my own head. And so I'm not there. I'm not there to help them. I'm not there to support them all the time. I may want to, but I can't be there. And so I need ECT. I don't want it, but we've tried every medication. We've tried acupuncture, all of those things that I've listed before. I mean, there's no one who can look me in the eye and tell me that I haven't tried or I haven't done enough. Because if they know me, I have done absolutely everything in my power to fix it, or even maybe not fix it, but manage it. Manage it enough that maybe I do feel depressed, but somehow I am still able to coming down from my high, my marijuana high. I don't do other drugs. I don't do crack or cocaine or any of those other things. My parents were drug addicts. Also, I do not want to depend on something. I'm going totally off topic here. I drink socially, but my parents were alcoholics as well. It runs in my family. I made myself a rule, and I have always stuck by this rule, no matter how depressed I was, no matter how suicidal I was. I've had liquor in my fridge or my freezer before that I didn't touch. I do not drink if I'm depressed. I do not use alcohol to fix it. I only drink if I'm already okay. If I'm having a good day. If I don't hate myself. Maybe I'm having kind of like a dull meh day. Sometimes I will drink on those days, but normally it's when I'm having a good day and I'm already good. I do not use it as a coping mechanism because then I'm stuck. I do that a couple times and that's all I'm going to do. The marijuana is kind of different. sometimes I can't handle things by myself. And marijuana helps me sleep. And marijuana helps me calm down. But I don't use it all the time. And I don't lay on my couch and just get stoned and smoke joint after joint. I mean, fuck. My friend gave me 3 tiny little joints, and that's probably going to last me. One of the joints is probably going to last me 2 weeks. So I might be looking at 3 months for 3 joints because it only takes a couple puffs. And, like right now I'm feeling good. I'm feeling mellow. I'm not feeling super stressed. Gotta plug in my battery here. I am still scared. I'm trying to go online and find positive things about ECT, but there are, oh my God. There are discussions, there are websites that are all about how ECT ruined their lives. And that terrifies me. Absolutely terrifies me. But if I don't do it, my life is never going to change. I need to take that chance. Because I want a family, because I want a career. I want so bad with all of my being and my heart and my soul to be able to provide for myself again. To be able to depend on myself again. Unless you've already been dependent or independent and you've taken care of yourself, it's hard to understand how difficult it is and how that really fucks up your mental health. I mean, when I first got depressed, I lost a lot of things. I lost some of my friends because the birth control shot gave me the intense irritability. I was horrible to be around. I mean, it was like you had to walk on eggshells around me. I wasn't mad at anyone in particular, but I was irritable all the time, and I hated that other people were happy, and I was yelling, and I was screaming, and I was negative. And so I was also extra sensitive, and I took things the wrong way, and I pushed some of my friends away, and I'm no longer friends with them. I lost my job. So then I lost my financial independence. I lost my mind. I ended up in the hospital a couple times. I lost my home. I lost my sense of identity. And I lost everything in one go. Everything. It was just like a wave came and whoosh, and it was gone. I mean, one thing, say I lost my job, but I was somehow able to still have friends and maintain those friendships, and oh my gosh, I should not be tired. And still maintain those friendships. But I lost it all in one go. And then I had a couple breakdowns because I didn't deal with my crap. And I lost so much in one go. And that's why being afraid and everything about ECT, I have to do it. No matter how much I don't want to, no matter how much it scares me. It is my last resort. It is my only chance. If I'd gotten better in the last 3 years, even just a little bit, if my symptoms had improved, if I went 6 months between depressive episodes, it would be different. It would totally be different. But I am the same way since the very first couple months I got my depression. I am the exact same way for the last 3 years. I have thought that I have improved because to a degree, as a person, I have grown. I've had therapy, so I don't hate myself as much. I only hate myself when I'm unbelievably depressed. But as much as you have therapy, as much as you've grown as a person, when the really bad depressive episode hits, it doesn't matter because depression just fucking takes it all away. It robs you of everything. So if I get ECT and it works, I will be a lot better because the therapy will have kicked in and I can actually have the therapy. Right now, oh my gosh. Right now, I cannot really do much of therapy because they're afraid that they will access some sort of my memory and that I'm so unstable and that I'll try to kill myself, which is very, very likely. Do you know how frustrating it is to talk about killing myself and being so detached from it? I mean, before the depression, I didn't even understand what it was like to be suicidal. I didn't understand those feelings. I'd never felt that way before. And now I feel it all the time. And now the thoughts kind of feel normal at times. They scare me at other times. But for the most time, they scare me because I don't want to traumatize my friends. There are some days where I just want to so bad. I want to hurt my friends. I want to make them leave me. I want to be completely alone so that I will not feel guilty if I do kill myself. I think that in Canada, there should be assisted suicide for people that have mental illnesses that have not improved. There should be assisted suicide because you get to say goodbye to the people. You get to explain to them it has nothing to do with them. There was nothing they could do. And they get to say their goodbyes. And you don't get to traumatize them. And you're in a hospital and they just put you to sleep. There are many people that disagree with me and say that life is something that I'm not allowed to take away. It's something that's precious and I don't get to decide that. But I do. Because it is my life. And you do not live in my brain. And you do not hurt every day. You are not heartbroken. You don't understand what it's like to just exist, to want to die, to convince yourself not to die. You don't get that. Also, you don't get a say. You don't get a say in what I do with my life. It doesn't matter if you think it's wrong or right and that Jesus should save me. I'm also not very religious. I've had really bad reactions to that. So if you're religious, I have no problem with that. But do not make comments on my page saying Jesus is going to save me, because that does not help me. And after saying this in a video, if you watch it, that is disrespectful because I'm now telling you not to do it. And I go on discussion groups, and there was this article on Facebook, and I read some of the comments to see what people's opinions were. People are horrible. I mean, I can't even fathom how people are anymore. It's on Facebook. It's on these news sites. Like, I don't know. I've gone on a tangent. I do that sometimes. I don't know which newspaper, news articles are real because everything is crap. Everything is breaking news. This is breaking news. This is breaking news. And everything is crap. Nothing is. Oh, I think I might be running out of time here soon. Let's see. It's blinking. Maybe I'll do like part 2 of the video.